Renegade Immortal Episode 116. Long time no see, Senior Brother Chintao. You're so heavily injured, it seems you'll need several years of secluded cultivation to recover. Chintao replied, Wang Lin, it seems you have other opportunities. However, in this heavenly demon city, you must be careful of those from the great Luo sword sect. Who would have thought that Chintao, who once competed with our brother Motzi for Tianyun's wife, would end up in such a pathetic state? Not only was he severely injured by a disciple of the great Luo sword sect, but his cultivation also dropped to the Yin transformation stage. Picking up from last time, as everyone knows, during the previous rebellion, Wang Lin, to fulfill his 3-month promise, came to Heavenly Demon Prefecture with Demon General Mo Lihai. Brother Wang, in the capital, I haven't returned to the imperial capital in 30 years. Greetings, Demon General Mo. Brother Wang, please. As they spoke, the group galloped along the military road when suddenly, hoofbeats came from ahead. Mo Lihai's expression darkened, and his warhorse sped up. Wang Lin's eyes flashed, and he actually saw an acquaintance. Among the two people at the front, one was clad in green armor, with purple hair flying and a naturally handsome face. However, there was a twisted scar on his right cheek. Beside him, on horseback, sat a pale-faced man. The two groups of riders did not slow down at all, like two fierce beasts poised to strike, charging towards each other without yielding. The scarred man's gaze was fixed on Mo Lihai, with a hint of disdain in his eyes. The surrounding earth seemed to tremble as the distance between them grew shorter and shorter. Just as they were about to collide, Mo Lihai threw a punch. The scarred man's expression remained unchanged. His right hand's 5 fingers joined into a cone, and a loud bang exploded between the two. The scarred man's body swayed, and his warhorse instantly turned into a pool of blood, directly collapsing. Mo Lihai was also forced back several steps by the shockwave. Wang Lin's eyes flickered, and he lightly tapped the air with his right hand, skillfully helping him dissipate a lot of the force. Ha 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 ha. 6-fingered demon sword is nothing more than this. The scarred man's gaze moved from Mo Lihai and landed on Wang Lin. Outsider, what is your name? Hearing this, Wang Lin glanced at him but did not speak. However, the pale-faced man beside him said softly, his name is Wang Lin. Long time no see, Senior Brother Chintao. You're so heavily injured, it seems you'll need several years of secluded cultivation to recover. Wang Lin could tell at a glance that Chintao's injuries were extremely severe, his cultivation having fallen from the mid-ascension stage to the perfected Yin transformation stage. Junior Brother Wang Lin, it seems you have other auspicious opportunities. However, in this heavenly demon city, you must be careful of those from the great Luo sword sect. Wang Lin was silent for a moment, then took out a bottle of pills from his storage pouch. Although they wouldn't be of much use for Chintao's severe injuries, it was still a gesture of goodwill. Mo Lihai gave them a meaningful look and led his soldiers past the scarred man, catching up with Wang Lin and departing. Your junior brother, what kind of person is he? Strong. Very strong. Hearing this, the scarred youth's eyes narrowed. After all, they had known each other for many years, and this was the first time Chintao had ever evaluated someone like this. Soon, Mo Lihai and his group stopped outside a mansion. The place wasn't large, but the courtyard was elegant. Mo Lihai left 2 soldiers to attend to them, then hurried away. He was going to the imperial capital to meet the demon emperor and report on his duties. Before leaving, he agreed to spar with Wang Lin upon his return. Inside the room, Wang Lin sat cross-legged. He came to the capital not only to fulfill his promise to Mo Lihai, but also to aim for the position of Demon General. Chintao was once at the mid-ascension stage, yet he was beaten down to the perfected Yin transformation stage. He said it was the great Luo sword sect's doing. If there weren't more than 10 opponents, he wouldn't have been able to fight back. As he pondered, he closed his eyes and began to cultivate. At dusk, Mo Lihai returned with joy in his eyes. He and Wang Lin drank and chatted freely. When discussing divine abilities, he also told him about the abilities of several top demon generals in Heavenly Demon Prefecture. Time flew by, and in a blink, Wang Lin had lived in Mo Mansion for 4 days. Every day, besides cultivating demon power and transforming it into immortal essence, he would meditate on the slaughter immortal art by the rockery. Unfortunately, he repeatedly replayed the experience of refining slaughter chi in his mind, but could never find a common breakthrough point. The slaughter immortal art was his key to fighting Tua Senator. Although he had blood soul pills to assist him, the pills were limited, and ultimately, he still had to rely on this art. Minister greets King General. I need to go out for a bit. You two lead the way. Yes. Wang Lin walked on the street, his immortal essence concealed, appearing like a mortal. He occasionally paused outside shops for a moment, either entering or exiting, like a passerby silently walking through the streets of a foreign land. Although men and women occasionally passed by, chatting and laughing, the noise seemed to be from another world, completely unrelated to him. As dusk fell, just as he was about to turn and leave, a faint, distant zither melody drifted into his ears, strangely resonating with his current mood. Wang Lin stopped, following the sound of the zither. Looking at that figure and listening to the melody, he felt as if he had returned to the mountain tomb on Vermilion Bird Planet, which was his and Li Muen's home. In Wanner's zither music back then, there was also such a faint sadness. Li Muen once again made Wang Lin feel emotions for her, more of which were the moved and responsibility from hundreds of years of waiting. But after he left, those little things related to her always surfaced unintentionally, and each time they surfaced, they were accompanied by a pang in his heart. People only learn to cherish after losing, and only want to turn back after parting. We will definitely reunite. Wang Lin left the riverbank and walked slowly in the night. The two soldiers behind him exchanged glances, their eyes full of confusion, because this General Wang had spent most of the day either wandering around or staring blankly by the river. The mortal world's night was filled with dazzling lights, like a city that never sleeps. Wang Lin's gaze fell on a rare dark area in the distance where large buildings stood, enveloped in a suffocating aura of death and resentment. That's right. That is Hong Prison, one of the 4 great prisons in the capital. It holds serious offenders and is heavily guarded. Without a token, one cannot enter at all. Wang Lin carefully observed Hong Prison. He could sense several powerful demon auras within, none of which were weaker than Mo Lihai's. Back at the mansion, Wang Lin went straight to Mo Lihai's residence. I want to go to Hong Prison. Mo-san, do you have a way? Hearing this, Mo Lihai was startled. How long do you plan to go for? About a month. For cultivation, I need slaughter. After all, fighting in Heavenly Demon City would inevitably cause trouble. If Wang Lin succeeded, his chances of winning the position of marshal would be even greater. Are you sure? Wang Lin didn't say much, waving his right hand. The martial slaughter chi transformed into a green dragon, pouncing towards Mo Lihai like lightning. Mo Lihai laughed loudly and threw a punch. The green dragon disintegrated, but his smile froze, and a glint flashed in his eyes, because the scattered chi instantly reformed into a martial green dragon, roaring again. Killing intent permeated the surroundings, drawing guests in the mansion to rush over. If this chi exceeded several thousands, could you still defeat it so easily? A month is too long, I cannot manage that. But 7 days is no problem. I'll give you a definite answer within 3 days. Wang Lin nodded and left. That night, he did not cultivate, did not breathe in and out, nor did he ponder the slaughter immortal art. He just sat quietly, gazing at the starlight, listening to the zither melody echoing in his heart. The moonlight stretched his shadow long, appearing particularly desolate in the empty courtyard. 3 days passed in a flash. Every morning, Wang Lin would go to the river to sit quietly, listening to the zither melody. But he never looked at the woman's face. A wisp of zither music was enough. If Mo Lihai hadn't half settled the matter of Hong Prison, he might have continued doing this indefinitely. To recap, during the Immortal Fairy's aid, Wang Lin needed to cultivate the slaughter immortal Ju, a technique that required continuous slaughter. 3 days later, Mo Lihai brought Wang Lin to Hong Mao. The man named Su greeted them, saying, "This is the person Brother Mo spoke of." Mo Lihai confirmed, "Indeed. I'll leave everything to Brother Su." Su then dismissed him. You may leave. I'll take him in. Before departing, Mo Lihai wished Wang Lin well. Brother Wang, take care. I hope your cultivation succeeds. With a flash, Mo Lihai's figure disappeared without a trace. The man named Su then turned and walked deeper into Hongmao, with Wang Lin following closely. The deeper they ventured, the denser the aura of slaughter became. Yet, Wang Lin found this oppressive atmosphere surprisingly enjoyable. Secretly observing Wang Lin, Su noticed that his expression remained completely normal. This led Su to ponder, for Mo Lihai to send this person here at any cost, he must indeed be extraordinary. Su then addressed Wang Lin. Brother Wang Lin, the prisoners here were all carefully selected by me and are scheduled for execution after a month. You are free to cultivate to your heart's content. Even if you kill them all, it won't matter. Su then let out a laugh. Ha ha ha. There's no need to thank me. If you must thank someone, thank Mo Lihai. After Su departed, countless dark hands reached out from the iron bars, accompanied by vulgar laughter and taunts. You, come here, one prisoner yelled. When Wang Lin glanced over, the prisoner suddenly spat a mouthful of phlegm. Wang Lin easily dodged it, a faint smile playing on his lips as he stopped. Encouraged by the surrounding clamor, the dark prisoner gritted his teeth and extended his right hand, forming a claw to grab Wang Lin through the bars. The moment the prisoner's hand reached out, Wang Lin's 2 fingers appeared, and a wisp of slaughter aura immediately drilled into it. In an instant, a shrill scream pierced through the surrounding clamor, overpowering all other sounds. The very next second, the prisoner collapsed to the ground, his body shriveling into a dried corpse. Simultaneously, a wisp of gray energy dispersed from his mouth, returning to Wang Lin's fingers. It was still just 1 strike. Time flew by. 5 days later, thousands of prisoners had died. Wang Lin observed nearly 1,000 corpses, yet a persistent confusion clouded his mind. He felt as if there was always a layer of mist, preventing him from understanding what exactly he was lacking. Su emerged from a dark room, answering Wang Lin's unspoken question. Because you haven't killed enough. Because your killing intent is still insufficient. Although you killed many people in these 5 days, most of it was for research. Sometimes, instead of thinking too much, it's better to completely immerse yourself in slaughter. Hearing this, Wang Lin's gaze sharpened. Su continued, if you truly want to cultivate slaughter, I'll take you to a place where you might experience true slaughter. Wang Lin inquired, conditions. Su responded, help me kill Yao Jiang Shishao. Wang Lin accepted, if I truly complete my slaughter cultivation, I accept your condition. Su let out a hearty laugh, ha ha ha, come with me. With a sinister smile, Su turned and walked into the distance, Wang Lin following closely behind. After a long while, a strong, metallic smell of blood assailed them. The killing intent mixed within it was thousands of times stronger than in the previous prison. Even before they drew near, the slaughter aura in Wang Lin's fingers began to spin rapidly on its own. Wang Lin realized, this place can trigger changes in the slaughter aura. It will surely help me achieve the slaughter immortal Ju. With a glint in his eyes, Wang Lin stepped into a blood pool and sat down cross-legged. The moment half his body submerged, countless wisps of slaughter energy drilled into his body through his pores. Gradually, Wang Lin's eyes turned blood red, and the slaughter aura around him let out an unprecedented roar. After an unknown amount of time, everyone in all the blood pools simultaneously opened their eyes. They all flew up, attacking those around them with instantly deadly moves. Wang Lin was no different. His body seemed out of control, completely enveloped by killing intent. At this moment, he had lost his consciousness and knew only slaughter. The Jiamiaji, Hua Moji, and various other magical treasures were unleashed in turn, leaving death and injury wherever he passed. It's worth noting that the individuals here were not truly dead after being killed. Affected by a powerful formation, they would revive within the blood pool, effectively becoming tools to continuously provide slaughter aura. A day passed. After 4 relentless rounds of slaughter, Wang Lin persevered until the very end each time. Finally, Wang Lin understood. The Slaughter Immortal Jew utilizes killing intent to take lives, transforming that life force into imprints. This process, moving from death to life, embodies the very path of reincarnation. Each person's death forms one life imprint. The moment of this profound enlightenment, 5 wisps of gray slaughter aura flew out from the life imprints. In an instant, Wang Lin's aura changed dramatically. A surge of slaughter aura, never before seen in this blood-red world, erupted from him. Simultaneously, everyone in all the blood pools within the blood-red world opened their eyes, all turning their gaze towards Wang Lin. As the slaughter aura spread, emanating from the presence of the Slaughter Immortal Jew, banging sounds erupted from the nearest blood pools. Those who had died and revived countless times suddenly collapsed. Instantly, hundreds of wisps of slaughter aura materialized, circling around Wang Lin like gray specters. However, this was far from over. With Wang Lin at the center, everyone in all the blood pools collapsed one after another, transforming into gray energy that swirled around him. None of those who collapsed revived again. This time, it was true death. Yet, in the instant they fell, their eyes held a profound sense of relief. Finally, 3,792 wisps of gray energy rotated around Wang Lin. Just then, however, thunder suddenly roared in the sky, and the lightning transformed into a silver dragon. Immediately, a massive dragon claw descended from the sky, reaching for Wang Lin. Wang Lin looked up, his body unmoving. Around him, the 3,792 wisps of slaughter aura shot straight up like sharp swords, instantly colliding with the dragon claw. With a loud bang, the entire blood-red world shook violently. The exquisite claw, to its surprise, crumbled inch by inch under the impact of the slaughter aura. Throughout its long existence, though it had occasionally suffered damage, it had never been repelled by a mere mortal. Even if this particular claw strike wasn't at full power, it was certainly not something an ordinary demon general could withstand. As the Emperor's sword, its dignity could not be challenged. This time, it resolved to completely obliterate its opponent. The silver dragon's figure flickered, and a sword light shot out from its mouth. Without hesitation, Wang Lin transformed into a bolt of lightning and rushed towards the entrance. Behind him, the 3,792 wisps of slaughter aura instantly caught up, transforming into imprints that enveloped and tightly wrapped his entire body. The sword light instantly landed on Wang Lin, causing the life imprints to flash wildly. Amidst the crackling sounds, his figure remained unwavering as he charged directly into the entrance and disappeared. The silver dragon was enraged. Its sure kill strike had actually been withstood. This was the ultimate insult. Burning with fury, it had no time to spare for the people still in the blood pools. Its figure expanded into nothingness and chased after Wang Lin. Simultaneously, within the Imperial Palace's inner chambers at the center of Tianao City, a snake-shaped silver sword suddenly broke free from its ground formation. It transformed into a fluorescent light that pierced through the roof, carrying a sword aura that the entire Tianao City could sense, and shot straight into the sky. In an instant, all the demon generals in Tianao City looked up at the night sky. In the commander's mansion, a middle-aged man in white robes stood with his hands clasped behind his back, pondering who could have angered the Earth Sword so much that it actually left its suppression. Inside the Hong prison, Wang Lin sped down the stairs. Blood qi surged within his body. Although he had used the life imprints to block the sword qi, he was still shaken. The man named Su, who had been looking up at the sky, saw Wang Lin appear and urgently said, "You can't go out this way. Come with me quickly." The two twisted and turned through the labyrinthine Hong prison. No sooner had they disappeared than the Earth Sword burst through the prison gate, its furious sword cry echoing throughout the entire facility. The back wall of a civilian house cracked open, and Wang Lin flashed out. From inside the wall, Su's voice echoed, a plea in his tone, "Don't forget our agreement." Su then muttered to himself, "If I had known this person would attract the Earth Sword, I would never have sent him there." It was revealed that the blood-red world had originally been set up for the Earth Sword, serving as a place for it to absorb slaughter aura. However, Wang Lin's arrival not only led him to kill all the Tool people, but also effectively destroyed the Earth Sword's long-term source of sustenance. How could it not be enraged? Brother Wang, for the Demon General's competition, I still hope you can lend me a hand. Mo will never forget this kindness. Brother Mo, as a Demon General. Since I've promised, I will definitely help you. Can you believe it? He's only at the incarnation stage. Wang Lin used only one move to make a soul transformation cultivation demon commander almost meet his end. In such a scene, Mo Lihai immediately changed his address and called him Brother Wang. Picking up from last time, as everyone knows, during the Immortal Maiden's assistance, Wang Lin cultivated the slaughter immortal art by beating up all the red-haired prisoners. However, he didn't expect to attract the furious pursuit of Di Jian. Wang Lin concealed his aura and rushed directly into Mo Mansion. Seeing Wang Lin return, Mo Lihai gave a bitter smile, having already guessed that Wang Lin must have angered Di Jian so much. This is where I cultivate in seclusion. You go in first and hide, Mo Lihai instructed. Wang Lin leaped in and Mo Lihai closed the entrance, sitting cross-legged and pretending nothing had happened. Who would have thought that Di Jian, unable to find Wang Lin, would destroy most of the Red Tower? Immediately after, he hovered over Hongqin, frantically searching. But Wang Lin had already entered the heaven-defying space, his aura completely vanished. After Di Jian searched all over Tianyao City without success, he angrily struck the Red Tower with another sword. Leaving behind 1,000 zhang ravine, he reluctantly returned to the sword pavilion. Wang Lin looked in the direction where Di Jian had disappeared, thinking, this sword spirit is like a child. Unable to find him, it actually took its anger out on the Red Tower. At that moment, Mo Lihai looked at Wang Lin with admiration. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, relying solely on demonic power to investigate, he wouldn't have been able to detect Wang Lin's presence at all. Although he didn't know what encounters Wang Lin had in the Red Tower to be able to provoke Di Jian's wrath, Wang Lin was clearly already a master of divine abilities. What level of strength have you reached now? How does it compare to when you were in ancient demon city? Mo Lihai asked, as the demon general's competition was imminent and he urgently wanted to know his chances of winning. Wang Lin replied, without using that move, I can also defeat you. Ha ha, good. With your words, my efforts won't be in vain, Mo Lihai exclaimed. Little brother Wang, you must return early tonight. I'll take you to visit an important figure. Ha ha, brother Mo, don't worry. It's by the river, Wang Lin said, his expression calm. These days, he would come here every day to listen to that sorrowful melody. When night fell, Wang Lin returned to Mo Mansion. A moment later, he and Mo Lihai walked out together. Passing through Hongqin, they entered the hanging city of the West Gate. Outside a mansion, Mo Lihai stopped. Wang Lin looked up, and the plaque clearly read Xian Fu Shuai's mansion. Soon, the two entered the mansion, led by a guard. Mo Lihai greeted, Greetings, Lord Fu Shuai. A purple-robed man was seen surrounded by guards. The surrounding silence gradually transformed into an invisible pressure that enveloped them. Mo Lihai's expression was calm and unmoved, and Wang Lin was even more composed. He could calmly face even Tian Yunzi, so this Fu Shuai, who was only at the early soul transformation stage, was naturally no match for him. Ha ha ha. To be able to remain calm under my pressure. Not bad, the purple-robed man said, looking at Mo Lihai. Mo Lihai, how confident are you in becoming Fu Shuai? 40%, Mo Lihai replied. Little did the Fu Shuai know, Mo Lihai was the least confident among the demon generals who had visited him in recent months. Mo Lihai continued, plus this person, only then do I have 90% confidence. The purple-robed man turned his gaze to Wang Lin, his eyes as if looking at an ant. Display your strongest divine ability. Let me see why you claim 50% confidence. His tone was flat, not even bothering to glance at Wang Lin again. Wang Lin's expression remained unchanged. He raised his right hand, and a murderous aura instantly condensed. As he pressed his palm down, 2,000 streams of gray energy roared, rushing directly towards the purple-robed man. The purple-robed man initially looked indifferent, but when he clearly saw the might of those 2,000 streams of murderous aura, his expression instantly changed drastically. He subconsciously retreated, and a phantom of a fierce tiger materialized before him. The phantom was instantly pierced by the murderous aura. At this moment, he no longer had any trace of carelessness. If he hadn't been too arrogant before, he wouldn't have been so discomfited. He retreated again, and 3 inches in front of him, a demonic light barrier appeared. But under the impact of the murderous aura, it shattered instantly. Immediately after, the 2,000 streams of murderous aura instantly surged into his body. After circulating once, they flew out from his pores at Wang Lin's beckoning. The purple-robed man's face was pale, and his gaze towards Wang Lin had completely changed. He thought to himself, what kind of attendant is this? With his incarnation completion cultivation, he could actually force me, an early soul transformation stage cultivator, into such a sorry state. Very good. You have the qualifications. You may leave, he finally said. Hearing this, Mo Lihai suppressed the shock in his heart and quickly left with Wang Lin. After the two had gone far, the purple-robed man could no longer hold it in and spat out a mouthful of blood. Within 3 months, I will see no one. This general will enter seclusion, he commanded. Leaving Xian Fu Shuai's mansion, Mo Lihai was overjoyed all the way, but found it hard to express. He tried to speak several times, but stopped. In the end, he held it in and returned to Mo Mansion. He took a deep breath and cupped his fist towards Wang Lin, his eyes filled with sincerity. Brother Wang, for the Demon General's competition, I still hope you can lend me a hand. Mo will never forget this kindness. This was the first time he had spoken in such a solemn tone to Wang Lin. After all, with Wang Lin's help, he was confident he could sweep through the Demon General's competition. Brother Mo, regarding the Demon General's matter, since I've promised, I will definitely help you, Wang Lin reassured him. At the same time, within the Imperial Sword Pavilion of Tianyao City, a yellow-robed figure looked at DGN in the formation. Had enough fun, haven't you? Don't go to that red tower again. It was said that only half a month remained until the Demon General's competition. Tianyao City was enveloped in an extremely oppressive atmosphere. After all, the Demon General's battle was a chance for every Demon General to ascend to heaven in one step. Miss it, and there would be no possibility of promotion to a higher rank. Amidst the surging undercurrents, only Wang Lin's heart was as still as water. Every morning, he would still walk out of Mo Mansion, sit by the river, listen to the zither, and drink wine. It was as if the surrounding oppression and restlessness had nothing to do with him. Only the sound of the zither could stir his spirit. Each time he listened, his spirit would be greatly purified, with faint signs of a breakthrough. However, it was always missed because his comprehension of the heavenly Tao was too ethereal, and he always missed it. On this day, Wang Lin was immersed in listening to the zither music with his eyes closed when he was interrupted by a contemptuous voice. You are Mo Lihai's attendant? A black-clothed man stood 100 zhang away, arms crossed. If I don't kill you, it would be like cutting off Mo Lihai's arm. But unexpectedly, Wang Lin didn't even glance at the other party. He merely pointed with his thumb, and with one finger, extinguished him, instantly sending the opponent to meet the King of Hell. It turned out this person's cultivation was only at the incarnation late stage. He was clearly a pawn sent by other demon generals to test Wang Lin's strength. To know what happens next, please give a like, fellow Taoists. We'll continue in the next episode.